Just no. Just don't. Just stay away from Scarlet Nexus. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Taz, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to kind of just be free-flowing and talk about the best games I played in 2021. If you've been watching my content on YouTube, please know that I do stream on Twitch. You should definitely come over there and check out that live content. It's slightly better than my YouTube one, and we talk a lot about anime, pop culture, and horror, all sorts of things. So, basically, these are all the games that I finished on stream in 2021 on Twitch. Now, these are new games, old games, and everywhere in between. Now, that being said, some of these were challenge runs, and you'll notice I play a lot of indie games. So we're just gonna go through, and I'm gonna tell you about the game, the experience. I don't have any footage, and that's something I made a note for next year. I need footage to show the games when I do this. So we're just gonna get right into it. Blasphemous was an amazing indie game, and I beat it on stream. I didn't 100% it. I didn't get the true ending. That's alright, but honestly, this was an amazing game, and I'm gonna put it at A tier. I really like this game, and there is the sequel coming out in 2023, they're saying, so definitely keep your eye out for that. Next we have Creepy Tale 2. I originally played Creepy Tale 1 back in 2020, I think, during my Nightmare Before Christmas. This one's a lot darker than the first one. You know, it's cheap, it's good. I enjoyed the story. It was alright, but it's gonna go in the B tier. There were some things that could have been better. It is pretty short, but again, I really enjoyed it. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Darksiders franchise, all the way back from the first one. I loved it. It's probably my favorite one. 2 was alright. 3 was eh. And then I played Darksiders Genesis. This one truly left me disappointed. While it did give me really good lore and everything, the game mechanics were weird. You know, it was meant to be co-op. You play as War and Strife, which Strife is a really cool character. But overall, it was an alright game. Definitely nothing that blew my mind. It's going to go into the C tier. But, you know, I still recommend. Most of these games I'm going to show you on here, I'm going to recommend. Just because, you know, I love games. So, this next one is a classic one. I do challenge runs sometimes on my stream. This one is Donkey Kong 64. I did the 101% run. That means I collected all the bananas, all the banana coins, all the weapons, all the fairies. It took like 40 some hours. Now, the really cool thing about this is, as a kid, I got to the final fight against King K. Rool in the boxing ring, but I never beat it. So in 2021, not only did I want to beat it, I did the challenge run. It was absolutely amazing. We nearly messed it up because I lost track of coins. I wasn't counting the coins properly, and the coins can be pretty hard to find. But, you know, I did it. It was an amazing experience, and, you know, I think I first played this game back when it came out on the N64. I'm 31 now, so to finally beat this game so many years later felt so good. So that is actually going to go up into the S tier, just because this game is near and dear in my heart. If you never played it, emulate it. It's pretty good. This next one is called Eldest Souls. It's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. I've not had a game cramp my hand as bad as this. It's basically a boss mini rush game. I want to say it took me like less than 8 hours to beat it. All you do is fight bosses. That's it. You just fight bosses. The bosses are unique, challenging. The skill tree is probably the best part about this game, is you can only choose like one set of skills, and you kind of just, you know, tailor it to how you want to play. It's really good. I didn't think I was actually going to beat it because it was so hard. Overall, I'm going to give this game a B. It does have a lot of replay value. If you like doing like speed runs of that stuff or challenging yourself, definitely give that a go. Next up, we have Gone Golfing. Now, I'm a big fan of mini golf games. This one is really weird. It's one of those cheap ones you'll find on Steam. Basically, you're in a haunted mini golf course, and you're being chased around by, yeah, you guessed it, a giant golf ball while you try to complete the holes. So you got to hit the ball and then like run around the entire course to make sure the ball doesn't kill you. So you're constantly running, looping, running around, just trying to get it done. I did beat all 18 holes. It's goofy, it's wacky. Was it a great game? Nah, but, you know, we're going to put it in the C category. It's still good. I enjoyed it. Now this next one, Inscription. If you've been on my YouTube channel, you've seen I made a lot of content for this. To me, this game was 10 out of 10. Like, to me, I think it should have got more awards this year. It should have got more attention. I really freaking liked it. It was unique. I'm not really even into deck builders, but this one just sucked me in. But you already know where this one's going. If you've watched my content on here, Inscription's getting an S tier for the year. Now we have Take Two. I played this with my girlfriend. This is from the same person that made A Way Out. It's very adorable. It's cute. There's some very dramatic moments I don't want to spoil, but you're just kind of like, whoa, I thought this was supposed to be a nice game. Very good. I enjoyed the co-op. I really don't play so many co-op games on my stream anymore. I believe this won Game of the Year in 2021 as well. I'm going to go ahead and get that in A tier, just because it was really fun to play with my girlfriend. We had a blast playing it. And the next one we have up is Kingdom Hearts 1. This one is very near and dear to my heart. I would say it's one of the big 3 games that kept me in gaming as a young teen. So it was Kingdom Hearts, Sly Cooper, and Ratchet & Clank when I got the PS2. So what I did was, I've beaten this game many times, but something I never did was beat it on proud mode, and I completed it 100%. This was another challenge run I did. It took me like 60 some hours. You know, we beat Sephiroth, we beat the Ice Titan, the Kurtzea, the Phantom, got all the Dalmatians, got the Keyblades. It was a blast. It was a good run. It was really, really, really fun to do that. However, it's not going to be S tier because, you know, it does have its faults. So Kingdom Hearts this year is going to go in the A tier. Next up, we have another indie horror game called Lamantium. I really struggle to say that name. You can find this one on Steam. I highly recommend it. If you like Pixel, Silent Hill, Resident Evil type stuff, there's a lot of elements they take from there. It's got a very good story. The mechanics are pretty easy. There's good combat, good puzzles. You know, there's some, you know, you gotta make some right choices to get certain endings. I don't remember what ending I got without looking at my list. I think it was, kind of good, kind of bad. It was one of those, really, there's no good outcome in these games. This game is absolutely going S tier. I had waited like a year and a half for this game. Highly recommend it. If you see it on Steam and on sale, get it. If you don't even see it on sale, still get it. Next up, we have another challenge run. We threw it back to Mario 64. Now, yes, I had beaten this as a kid, but one thing I never did was I never got 120 stars. So, this year, when it got the re-release on Switch for the 3D All-Stars, I bought it. And, yeah, I finished it this year. Got all 120 stars. Again, this is an older game. Nothing too special to me. It's always fun. I might gonna get some hate for this, but Mario's gonna go in the B tier. It's Mario. It is what it is. Everyone knows Mario. So, yeah, first time doing the 120 stars, it's still going to go B. Next up, we have Morbid and the 7 Acolytes. This is another indie game that I found. I swear, I find the weirdest games on Steam. This one's pretty good. It's very Dark Souls-like. It's very steampunk, gothic horror, Cthulhu-like vibes going on there. It's pretty good. There are enemies you can fight. It's pretty challenging. I'm not gonna lie. This is I would say this is just below Eldest Souls, which I ranked at a B. I did really enjoy this game. It was a little bit on the shorter side. Now I do think I missed some things when I played this, but overall it was just really good. So this one is actually gonna go in the B tier as well, just because it was good. But you know, like I said, it's right there with Eldest Soul, but it doesn't deserve a C. Next one we have is Ninja Gaiden. This is part of the re-release they had this year. I had previously beat Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3 way back in the day on the 360, but I've never played the original Ninja Gaiden, which I think is Ninja Gaiden Sigma or Black or whatever it is. Man, that game was frustrating. You can definitely tell it still has its hard origins and everything. Did I like it? Yeah. I still like the second one the best. Honestly, I really didn't like it that much. Like I said, it was frustrating. Camera angle sucked for the remake. I'm going to go ahead and make that one a C tier because it is what it is. It's an older game. Definitely not a really good port. It did not port well with the controls. So if you do pick up that collection, just beware. Next one, we have a new one, and so the way this game works is called Poppy Playtime, and they're releasing it in chapters, and I beat the first chapter on stream, and for $4.99, let me tell you right now, for $4.99, this was one of the best quick indie games that I played this year, and I literally am chomping at the bit for more. Supposedly they're saying March of 2022 will be chapter 2, and honestly, I'm going to throw this one up there. This is great. This is a great original game. I highly recommend it, even though it's short. Because trust me, I think depending on how many chapters it goes, it's going to be really, really good. So Poppy Playtime, it could be like 30, 40 minutes. I think the speedrun record's like 6 minutes. So yeah, check it out. Definitely for $4. I mean, come on. Next, we have Resident Evil 8. Now, I have to admit, I haven't played every Resident Evil game. I've never played 1. I've never beat 2. I've never played 4. But I played most of the other ones. One of my favorite ones is Raccoon City. Yeah, I know, that's not a game, Tats. Listen, I liked it. So, great game. Really liked that it continued from Resident Evil 7. I really, really like some of the characters. I can't remember the electric dude. Guy that kind of looks like Van Helsing. I can't remember his name. He was my favorite character. Good game. Got really actiony at the end, which was kind of meh. Not really Resident Evil, but overall it was great. It's going to go in the A tier. It's definitely up there. Definitely recommend it. And you should check it out if you haven't. Now this next one. If you've been in my Twitch chat when I played this game, or if you're in my streams recently, as I've been talking about making this ranking list, we're going to be talking about Scarlet Nexus. A huge fan of Code Vein. Huge fan. I loved Code Vein. And I thought this game was going to be just like that. Oh, man, was it nothing. Nothing like that. I hate this game. And it's not even a question. This game is going D tier. It's the worst game I played this year. Hands down. I hated it. I thought it was great at first. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was great at first. As I played on, I realized how repetitive it is. The combat was repetitive. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like, you can't... I almost rage quit on stream. I was playing on the hardest difficulty for this game, and I was 10 levels under when I did the final boss. Yeah, I know, I see the problem in that. But overall, it's a bad game. The anime was bad too. Don't watch it. It just, no. Just no. Just no. Just don't. Just stay away from Scarlet Nexus. So let's get into a little more positive note. Sea of Solitude. You can find it on Steam. I think it's on Game Pass or EA Pass or whatever it is. This game is a very emotional story. It has to do with bullying and making rights of wrongs that happen in one's life. It's a very simple game. Not very long. I think I beat it in like 2 streams, and my streams are typically 3 hours, so about 6 hours worth of gameplay here. Overall good. Love the story, but it's nothing like that blew my mind, so it's gonna go in the C tier. Next up, probably one of my top games that I played in 2021. This one's called Struggling. It can be played solo or co-op, and you take control of this thing with arms, and you get special abilities, and basically you break out of a lab, and you try to just, you know, escape or something. It's a really weird game. It's a really weird game, but if you see it out there, pick it up. Trust me, it's worth it. Even playing solo. Highly recommend. This one is going to go up into the S tier, because I love the game that much. I love the game that much. So, moving into another horror game. This one caught a lot of controversy this year. Summer of 58. If you've seen it in the gaming news, it's a very short game. I want to say maybe less than an hour. Maybe it's less than 2 hours for sure. I know that. Because, keep that in mind, less than 2 hours. Because people were buying the game and then returning it within that 2-hour time window to get their money back. Because they're like, it's like a $9 game, but people were returning it. And it caused the creator to be like, all right, well, I'm not going to make games for quite a while. And this game was supposed to have a sequel. And if you beat this game, you get a teaser for the sequel. So, you know, will we ever get it? Probably not. I liked it. It's good for what it is. It is going to go B tier just because it is short. But that doesn't diminish the fact of this developer did a great job with this game. So, highly recommend that one if you want a quick, short horror game. Next up, we have Tormented Souls, which truly takes inspiration from old school Resident Evil and Silent Hill games. Pretty good. There's puzzles in there, unique enemies. It got pretty hard at points. It has multiple endings. Basically, you're just going in there, you're trying to figure out what happened to this set of twins in a state. You get a little bit of a cult thing going on, a little bit of demonology going on. So definitely recommend it. I liked it a lot. It's gonna go right into the A tier. Yep, it's gonna be A tier, 100%. Next up, we have Vigil, The Longest Night. This is a roguelike, Souls-like adventure with multiple endings. I believe I could have got the best ending, but when I beat this game, I was so tired I wasn't paying attention to the choices I was making. Honestly, the map's honestly, the best way to compare the map to would be that of Ori in the Forest. It's got a map similar to that. A lot of areas you can explore. It's very interesting. I like the combat. The graphics are good. There's RPG elements. There's leveling elements. It's very good. You know, the ending's pretty hard. It didn't really stand out to me amongst all these other games, so it's gonna go B tier. Still pretty good. Next, we're gonna do What the Golf. As I stated earlier when I was talking about golfing, I really love golfing minigames, and this one is really freaking good. Which I'm probably already spoiling of what tier it's gonna go into. You can make courses. There's a lot of you try to basically escape a laboratory, but it's just like it's unlike any other mini golf game, and basically, you know, you got the pop culture references, you got challenges. I mean, there's one time where you'll use a human as a ball. Like, I really can't even explain it that well because it's so wacky. So What the Golf on Steam, go pick it up. It's A tier. And the final game that I beat story-wise in 2021 was Kingdom Hearts 2. Another game near and dear to my heart, part of the Kingdom Hearts series. We did a challenge run. The challenge run had to be edited. We couldn't beat Lingering Will before I beat the game. So we didn't do that. But what we did do is we beat Sephiroth. We got to level 99. We got all the Keyblades that we could. Let's see, we did all the tournaments. Leveled up all the forms. This was a grind. This took another 60 hours. I think between the 2 Kingdom Hearts games, it took 120 hours this year to do that. It was really good. Kingdom Hearts 2 is by far my favorite just because of the forms and the story. The story is very complex in this one. So it's gonna go A tier as well. And thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in here, I appreciate it. Please throw a subscribe down to the channel, like the video, comment down below if you played any of these games this year, or if you want to pick up any of these games, feel free to ask me any questions on them. Follow my socials. I am again on Twitch, iGotsTats. I will link that down below. My Twitter is linked as well. Come join the Discord. We talk a lot about anime, and I am very excited to play a lot of different games in 2022. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you'll come by, swing by, and say hello. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next game.